What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this is, I'm going to be trying to make the daycare attendant, specifically the Sun version from Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. This is the first of the Security Breach set. You see I have all of them built, although they probably will be a little bit more spaced out, as I want to kind of touch up Glamrock Chica before she gets finished. And then after that, you see LN2 is there, and then after that, I don't know, I haven't gotten that far. I guess LN1. Anyway, with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Here are all of the materials you're needing for this build. It is kind of an absurd amount. I hope I didn't forget anything. Oh, you know what? You need bone blocks and gold blocks. I forgot those. Alrighty, and the space you need for this is a 47 by 9. And the materials we're needing to start off are spruce planks. Why? Okay, Nathan, I know you're going to be watching this video. Of course you DM me literally 12 seconds into this video clip. Anyway, you need spruce planks, spruce slabs, sandstone walls. I guess that's just typical Nathan procedure. Blocks of gold, bone blocks, mangrove slabs, mangrove planks, yellow concrete, and like what else even is there that we could get out? I guess red concrete. And that'll get us up to his basically waist. So starting from the, I guess, front left hand corner of your 47 by 9 grid golf minute, you want to find the front center block, and to do this you should count right by 23. And then from this block, you will count it back by 4 and place a spruce plank. Side note, he's symmetrical, completely symmetrical, other than his head. So it's another situation to where if you really wanted to like make half of his body and then just structure block it, you could totally do that. Anyway, you want to take this spruce plank and bring it left and right by 1 each. Take those outer blocks and bring them up with a spruce plank and then a spruce slab. You'll then go either left or right from those spruce slabs, which is basically out with a spruce plank. From that spruce plank, down with a block of gold. Out with a spruce plank. Down with a spruce plank. Out with a spruce plank. And then out with an upside down spruce slab. You will place a spruce plank in the blocks under the gold blocks like this. Also, if you really don't want to use gold, I guess use yellow concrete. I don't know if you're building this in survival or something. So, before we do the funny symmetry, you want to take the upside down spruce slabs here on the far ends and place them, or bring them up with a spruce plank. You can then bring that whole shoe structure back with 2 rows, and you don't actually have to fill in the middle technically. You do need the gold blocks to be brought back, and you do need all of the outer edges to be brought back, but yeah. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. I got a fun recording day ahead of me because I'm starting into the pit today as far as tutorials, so that'll be fun. Anyway, you then want to take the middle outermost spruce plank on both sides and bring it out with an upside down spruce slab. Bring that slab up with a spruce plank, and then bring that plank up with a slab. You'll then go in from that top slab with another spruce plank, and then in from that with a sandstone wall. And that's most of the shoes done. There's a little couple minor touches we have to add, which are kind of just by choice. So on top of every spruce plank, with the exception of the top ones here and the furthest out ones, you're going to place a spruce slab on the middle one. So you're going to place one essentially just like into these 5 positions, the outer 2, and I guess kind of like, it's almost a sandwich like that. You can see where they're placed. Funny scammer moment, kind of. This middle spruce slab, you want to not do that. You want to break the spruce left and right of it, the slab above and also the plank in line, and replace them both with upward facing bone blocks. You can just bring them down from the floor. Just like that. You'll then bring the bone block up an additional 3 with bone block. And then we can start ruffle number 1, I guess. So, sticking with the symmetry here, you want to That's new. You want to take the, sorry, that like threw me off. The top bone blocks and bring them out with an upside down mangrove slab, and I guess also connect them together. You then also take those bone blocks and bring them forward and backward with 2 upside down mangrove slabs. Alright, I had to get rid of it. Just opening the chat real quick. That's weird why that popped up. You then want to take the... How do I even, like, describe this? You want to take out of these rows of 2 the innermost upside down mangrove slab and bring it up with another mangrove slab. Then take those mangrove slabs and bring them either left or right, so just out. Like this. In the middle of them, as in long ways, you'll place a mangrove plank in between, and then off of the... I don't know why I use slabs here then. Off of the front and back of the mangrove planks, you can place some more mangrove slabs, and that's ruffle number 1. Now, in the middle of the ruffle, you want to place, if you have a gap here, whatever, or place a yellow concrete. If you don't, then just place another yellow concrete up regardless. You want 2 in total. You'll place 2 mangrove planks off the left and right of it. This is where I think things become a little bit more annoying. So, we're going to split this in half. Actually, we're going to split this into quarters. Because, as mentioned, symmetry is a funny thing. So... You can take both mangrove planks at the same time, we might as well, and specifically these top ones on either side of the yellow, and you'll bring them up diagonally out with a mangrove plank. This is going to start to feel like catnap, isn't it? Out with a mangrove plank, up diagonally out by 2, then up by 3, up diagonally in by 1, up 1, up diagonally in 1, up by 2, up diagonally in 1, and up by 3, kind of. Well, just go with 3. I'll explain why in a second here, why it's kind of. But essentially, it'll give you kind of a sort of teardrop shape. The ruffle also kind of interlocks with that top block, which is why you could technically not have to do it, which is why I also slightly got thrown off. So, for the other portion of the symmetry, the front and back is also symmetrical. Actually, on most of his butt, well, on all of his legs at least, you want to take this yellow concrete here at the bottom, and you're going to bring it up diagonally forward and up diagonally back by 1 each. This is going to be our out. Out will be forward on the front, back on the back, and in will be back on the front and forward on the back. God. You'll then go up with a yellow. Up diagonally out by 1, just away from each other would also be easier. Up 1. Up diagonally out 1. Up 1. Up diagonally in 1. Up 1. Up diagonally in 1. Up by 2, and then you will go up diagonally in 1 and up with 3 yellow, and that should leave you at the same height as the mangrove. And it'll give you this. Now, it has a little bit more of a teardrop shape. This one's a little bit weirder. It's more diamond almost, but it ends up working out because the middle kind of like almost bows in a little bit. It's weird. I'm not sure. So you want to take the... This is going to be 4 at a time now. I'll do it 2 at a time, but I will only instruct it once. Actually, yeah. Unless I decide to do 4, I don't know. But I'll probably just do the front and then the back separately. So you want to take these mangrove planks here now. These, I guess the original row of 2. You'll go up diagonally forward by 2. Try to place blocks challenge, impossible. Up 1. Up diagonally forward 1. Up by 3. Up diagonally back 1. Up 2. Up diagonally back 1, and then up by 4. And then as mentioned, you should copy that on the back. So just, I guess, quickly up diagonally back 2. Up diagonally back, and then up 3. Up diagonally forward, up 2. Up diagonally forward, up by 4. Next up, It's yellow this time. So you're taking this bottom row of 2 mangrove, and specifically the inner more of the 2, and you're going up diagonally forward by 3 with yellow. I hate placing diagonals, they just suck. You'll then go up by 2, up diagonally back by 1, up by 2, and then back 1, and then up by 3. And then again, the same thing from the back, so you can kind of just look and match, to be honest. It's nothing crazy. It's a lot of numbers, but... There, yeah. That's why I should have done all 4 at once, although I feel like that would have been an overload. Oh wait, I forgot the little inner block on this one. Anyway, there you go. We're slowly getting there. When I say slowly, I mean not too slowly, but just slowly enough. So you want to take now the outer of those 2 mangrove planks, and again, from the front, you'll just go up diagonally forward by 2. Hold on, let me totally do this on both sides like a normal person. Then up by 4. Well, I guess not that doing one at a time is bad. I guess like I normally would, it would have been what I was intending to say. And then you'll go back 1 and up 1, and it will fill in the gap or whatever. And this should be kind of easier to just follow. Really? I've been scammed by my elytra. Never happens. How dare it? Right, short-term memory loss, what? Almost there. The next row is totally so complicated. You'll take this 1 diagonal of mangrove and bring it forward diagonally up with 2 yellow. You'll then go up 1 and up diagonally back by 1. Whew, that one was tough. Glad we got through it. In case you couldn't tell, I'm kind of being sarcastic. It's 4 blocks. And then the final one is literally just filling in these gaps on the sides with yellow, but they're just basically, I guess, the middle 2 blocks of the rows of 4 mangrove planks is brought out with yellow. And hey, look, it's his pants. Sun is also, by the way, like absurdly tall. He's not the tallest I've made. Mommy takes the cake for that. Actually, I think she takes the cake by like a half a block or something. I know Thin Man is right up there, but I don't think he's quite as tall. Anywho, you want to... This is where the fun begins. So you want to take the mangrove planks here at the top, and as mentioned, symmetry is awesome. However, this time it isn't symmetrical. Well, actually, we can make it symmetrical. That sounds weird, but we can, trust. So if you take the front 2 mangrove planks here, well, actually... I guess it is sort of symmetrical, but in a weird way. You'll take these mangrove planks here and bring them each up by 1, and then just connect them all together and create a 3 by 3. The reason I say this isn't symmetrical is because I was looking at Sun's body, actually. That's what I was looking at. Because that shifted forward, and made me think the whole thing was. But anyway, you want to take the middle block on each side of the square, and you'll bring it out with 2 mangrove planks. You can then take the... essentially each kind of like corner, and if you count down a block, you'll go out with 2 mangrove planks there as well. And it will give you... not quite the finished product, but it'll give you this. You can then take each corner again from the square and just bring it out diagonally with a mangrove plank. So from an overhead, you have this. Now, from this 3 by 3, you will take the front 2 rows of mangrove and place red concrete on top like that, and that's where Sun's torso will start. So, for Sun's body, I guess we just get a clear inventory here. And you can get out birch planks, birch slabs, birch stairs, mangrove slabs, which we will end up using for planks here, stripped birch wood, and it has to be wood, cobbled deep slate walls, sandstone walls, red concrete, and really? Are you really gonna do that to me? Okay, sure. 2 can play at that game. Oak slabs, which we'll just use for planks probably, unless I call an audible and decide to get rid of like the red or something. So, you want to start off by taking the front of this red concrete here, specifically this front left-hand corner, and you want to place going up 2 birch planks. Go forward with an upside-down birch slab, then up with 2 birch planks, up with a birch stair facing to the left, back with a birch plank, up with a birch plank, up with a slab, back by 2 with birch planks, then down with 3, down diagonally, forward 1, and then down by 2. Copy that whole thing on the right side, except any stairs, which is literally just this stair you will be inverting the direction of. This is his general body shape. Still have to add some more stuff, including the middle, which we'll do next. So starting from the bottom front middle red, you'll place 2 birch planks moving up. Go up diagonally, forward 1, up 1, up with a mangrove plank, up with a birch slab, then back with a mangrove plank, up with a mangrove slab, back with a birch plank, and then you'll see why in a little bit here. You're going to go down diagonally back with a birch plank, down with 2 birch planks, then an upside down slab, forward with a birch plank, and then down by 2. It does look a little bit thin, so let's thicken out the sides just a tiny bit. If you come to the, we'll say the bottom back left-hand birch plank, that's this one, you will count up from it by 2 and place a birch plank right here. Bring it forward with an upside-down birch slab, then bring that slab up with 2 birch planks, go back diagonally up with a plank, back with a slab, down with a plank, down with an upside-down slab, and then forward with a plank. Any gaps you may have, you should fill in, and then you're copying this on the other side. So back right, 3rd plank up, plank there, upside-down slab in front, 2 planks up, back diagonally up, back with a slab, down with a plank, down with an upside-down slab, and then fill it in. And there's Sun's body, actually. You can tell it's a lot smaller than his legs. That's one thing I really have never quite, like, understood on Sun. Why is his body so, I don't want to say misproportionate, but it's proportioned very weirdly. And he also has a fairly large head. Like, his head is bigger than his body. And then his legs are larger than both of them combined, basically. It's weird. Anyway, on both the right and the left, we're going to be doing the same thing, and we're going to kind of do it at the same time. I'll step it. Like, we'll do one little step on the right, or I guess, like, one slightly larger step, and etc. So, I'm going to start from the right this time, because I'm feeling devious. And you want to be on the middle, 2 birch planks on this side here. They should be one on top of the other, and you're going to place a set of cobbled deep set walls off of them. Bring the bottom cobbled deep set, walls, not slabs. Bring the bottom wall right by 1 or out, and then bring all of that back. You'll then place a row of birch planks in the kind of crux of that, which we'll just create, I guess, a square. And then we'll bring that row of birch up by 1. Bring that whole row of birch right by also 1, and then place another row of birch on top. And then you're going to place 2 more rows of 3 birch that get 1 higher from the previous going to the right. So 1, 2, like that. You'll then take the middle of that end row and place a row of birch planks to the right with a row of cobbled deep set walls kind of in the divider like that. Now, go to the same thing on the other side. So these middle 2 birch planks, again, out with cobbled deep set walls. Bottom one brought left. All this brought back. Row of birch in the corner, up a row. Left also a row, and then up an additional row on the left. 2 more rows of 3 going up and to the left. Middle also brought left another row, and then a couple deep set walls. So you have this, and it looks so stupid. Anyway, you want to place all whatever the heck that is aside. You want to place stripped birch wood off of the right side, or I guess left side, depending on which side you're on, and on top of the cobbled deep set walls with stripped birch wood like this, upward facing. Take this row here right of it and bring it up with an additional 2 rows. And then, sorry, you're doing the same like stepping thing with the strip birch as you do with the normal birch, but you're doing it 3 times instead of 2, and make sure you get it all upward facing. This is the part that just sucks, because I love using directional blocks, just like that. I really shouldn't. You'll then take the middle of that end row and bring it out with a row of strip birch to the right, and this time you'll fill in the little crux here with red concrete. And yet again, I'm going to advise you do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to actually start with the first row of 3. And then as mentioned, it is brought up and to the right 3 times instead of 2. My favorite. 1, 2, 3. Of course, the strip birch section is the longer section. That's usually how it works. Middle row brought left an additional row. Red concrete in the crux. And that looks even stupider. But maybe it's because it doesn't have a head. So we'll get to that after we finish the hands, because hands are obviously a priority over a face. The next step is fairly simple. It's just kind of getting the little red concrete wristbands on. I don't know what they are. They're like scarf sleeves almost. You want to take the red concrete here and you want to bring it up a row with red. Also take that original row and bring it right a row, and then take that and right row and bring it down diagonally to the right with 2 more rows. You'll take the horizontal row of 2, which are these 2 front red concretes, and place sandstone walls off of only the front. Do the same thing on the other side, so this row of red is up and also left, and then down diagonally left by 2. Then sandstone walls off the front red concretes. Yeah, get rid of red concrete and get out oak planks. I feel like it's easier to do it this way rather than not. So, I'm going to instruct his hands both times, because, as in more, like, fully both times, because they're just weird. So, you want to take the, again, it's the crux of the red concrete this time, at the very tippy top of it, and you want to place a little row of oak planks. Bring it right with 4 rows of upside-down oak slabs. And then bring each upside-down oak slab up with a normal oak slab. You will take the front right oak slab here and bring it forward with an oak plank. Bring that oak plank forward diagonally, right by 1. Right 1. Forward diagonally, right with an oak slab. Down with an upside-down oak slab, and then right from that with an oak plank. From the oak slabs here, these top ones, you want to bring each one right with 2 oak planks. Then from the end oak planks, you'll go forward diagonally to the right and backward diagonally to the right with an oak slab. Bring either one of those down with an upside down oak slab, and then take those upside down oak slabs and bring them each right with 2 oak planks. We have to mirror also this finger here, the first one that we made. So off the back oak slab, you'll place an oak plank behind it. Back diagonally, right 1. Right 1. Back diagonally, right with an oak slab. Down with an upside down oak slab, and then right with an oak plank. Because sun has 5 fingers, not 4. You want to take not the furthest left oak slab, but one to the right on this back row and place an oak plank behind it. Bring it back diagonally right with an upside down oak slab. Then go up with an oak slab, and from that oak slab you'll go up back diagonally right with an oak plank, just like that. And bam, there's one of his hands. Guess what? Do it again. So head to the left side, and as mentioned, I will instruct it again, although I don't think the hand is as bad as I originally was giving it crap for. But this top crux here, you'll place a couple of oak planks in. Bring either oak plank left with 4 upside down oak slabs, and place normal oak slabs on top of each one. Off of the end oak planks, you'll place an oak plank off the, or oak slabs, excuse me, you'll place an oak plank off the front and back. Then go out diagonally left by 1, which is forward on the front, backward on the back. Left with an oak plank. Out diagonally left with an oak slab. Down with an upside down oak slab, and then left with an oak plank. Take also these 2 end oak slabs and bring each one left with 2 oak planks. Then from there you'll go out diagonally left with an oak slab. Down with an upside down oak slab, and then from there left with 2 oak planks. Take the back right oak slab this time and count left by 1 and place an oak plank behind it. Go back diagonally left with an upside down oak slab. Okay, really? Up with an oak slab, and then back diagonally left from that with an oak plank, and there you go. He just needs his head now, which you can see how, like, big his head is, because it takes up almost all of the space between his arms there. So, for this lad's fat, massive head, the materials you'll be needing to start off are, for it, cyan terracotta, cobbled deep slate walls, lime terracotta, cobbled deep slate slabs, which we'll also use for blocks just because, cobbled deep slate stairs, black concrete, acacia fence, and we'll go... Actually, we'll leave it there because the only other thing we could really get out is birch planks and slabs, but we need stairs with those anyway, so we'll just wait. You want to head to the back of his torso, or son's torso, where he has this little hole that I mentioned earlier would be important later. Going up from this hole, which I guess includes the block here, you'll place 7 cyan terracotta. You'll then go forward from the top one by 2, and place a cobbled deep slate wall kind of in this inner little, again, crux, like that. In front of this front cyan terracotta, you want to place a lime terracotta. And you want to bring it left and right by 3 each. You'll then also bring it down with 2 rows of lime. And up with 4 rows. It's not quite centered. just a little bit off. And now he looks like a Minecraft character. Okay. Well, that's a problem for later. Head back to the back, and we're gonna do the old direction orientation thing to where, you know, the left is the left from this perspective and whatever. On top of this cyan terracotta closest to the lime terracotta, you'll place 2 acacia fence moving up. From this one, you'll go left by 1 and then up by 2. You'll also take this fence you went left 1 from and bring it right by 2. And then this end one can be brought up and down by 1 each. The bottom acacia fence here can be brought down with 2 cobbled deep slate walls, and the top one can be brought up with 1 cobbled deep slate wall. However, each of those 3 can be brought to the right by 1. Also, in the top left-hand corner, you'll have a 2x2 of cobbled deep slate walls like this. Head to the bottom left lime terracotta and count up by 1 and place an upside-down cobbled deep slate slab here. You want to break the 2 lime terracotta above this and replace them with black concrete. Off of those black concrete, you'll place upside-down cobbled deep slate stairs that face to the right. Right of each of those stairs, you want a cobbled deep slate block, and right of this upside-down slab, you want another upside-down slab. And that doesn't really change anything from the front other than that little row of black, but that's the back of his head pretty much done. We can direct our attention back to the front now for real, and what you want to do is you want to place a row of cyan terracotta directly off each side of the lime terracotta. You want to make sure you leave the corners open, though you don't want to connect them into a square, so it's going to be the old square without the corners. It's back, and it's not Poppy Playtime related this time. you will take the middle 3 of each of those rows of cyan terracotta and just extend them out by an additional row, which will give you this shape. So it is slightly less square now. It's a lot more circular, actually. Clear your inventory and get out. Birch planks, birch slabs, birch stairs, yellow concrete, I love materials. Yellow terracotta, white concrete, bamboo slabs, and cut sandstone, and that should be everything we need to finish him. Unless I'm missing some glaringly obvious material. But I guess that's a problem to if I actually am or not. You want to take the outermost cyan terracottas and extend each of them out with a birch plank. Or I guess forward with a birch plank, not out. This will just give us a bit of a base to work with. Like so. You then want to take specifically the bottom and top rows of 3 birch, and you will extend them left and right with a birch slab. At the bottom it will be an upside down birch slab, at the top it's not upside down. A very minor thing, but it does make a difference in the long run. Now, Sunny's kind of weird with his, we're gonna do the sun spokes. They're kind of weird because you would think he would have, like, I guess 4 off each angle, I guess minus the bottom, and then have, like, diagonals between, but no, they kind of just work however they feel like it. So we're gonna start with the top middle, and specifically these 3 birch planks here. Bring each one up with 2 yellow concrete, and then take the middle yellow and bring it up an additional 1. From that, you want to take the birch slabs off either side of that row of 3 birch and bring them out with 3 yellow. Place another row of 3 yellow concrete on top that just shifts out a row from the row below it. And then you'll take the middle of each of these rows of 3 yellow actually and bring them respectively up and down. Up from the top, down from the bottom with another yellow. As we do this, it may look a little bit goofy, but once he has a face, it'll look better, don't worry. Because I'm noticing right now, this just looks stupid. The row of 2 birch just below what we've done, you want to take the bottom birch specifically of this and bring it out with 4 yellow concrete. You'll take, not the end yellow, but 1 in and place a yellow on top. And then, also on the other side, I guess below that, sticking up yellow, you'll place another yellow on the bottom side of that little line and then bring it in by 1. I really struggled on how to say that. You then want to actually mirror that, because you see it starts, or it ends on this first block of this row 3, and then you'll just mirror it. So you'll have 2 yellow coming out from this bottom row of the 3, and then a row of 4 below it that sticks 1 off the left and right, and then just the 1 kind of to the, just before the inside. And then you're also mirroring those top ones again on these diagonals. So I'll take the same spot, this upside down birch slab, and bring it out with 3 yellow. Then another row down that shifts down, another row of 3 yellow down that shifts out a block, and then the middles can be brought whatever way they can be brought where there's not already another yellow. There, all of them does also make it look a little bit better, apparently. I didn't really think about that one, but anyway. You'll have this. We're going to do Sun's face in a bit of a strange way, and a portion of this will require breaking a couple birch planks, which is not a huge deal, but you want to be on the bottom right of Sun's head, and you want to pinpoint this row of 2 here that is kind of up and down just after this row of 3, or I guess below this row of 3 here. You want to find the bottom birch plank and place another birch plank in front of it. Bring that left with a birch slab, and then you'll go down with a birch plank, left one, down diagonally, left one, and you really just want to follow this all the way until you reach the other side of that row of 3 that I mentioned. So you're going to end up having the row of 3 at the top, and then you'll do this row of 2 birch, and then this row of 2 birch, and stop. You'll end and start at the same, I guess, in the same line here. Just like that. Now, for the inner layer, this is where things get a little bit more fun. You want to take, still on this front row, don't go to the back row because that's filled in with mostly yellow terracotta, but there's some other blocks in there too, which is why I'm not filling it in particularly. You want to find this corner of the 2 birch at the very end here and place an upside down birch slab in kind of the middle. You'll travel to this next birch over, and from this birch plank you will bring it left by 1, and then down with an upside down slab. Left with 2 planks, down with an upside down stair facing right, then with some placeholders, down with a normal stair facing right, down with a plank, right by 2, right with an upside down slab, and then place a slab on top. You will take this row of 3 birch here that we just kind of placed. You'll take the middle block of that and bring it down with an upside down slab. Go left 2, up with a plank, left 2 again, down 1, down diagonally right 1, right with a slab, down with a plank, right by 2, down with a plank, and then you should connect with 1 to the right. That looks like a mess. Let's kind of solve this mess and start to figure out where things are going. Particularly, we're starting with the left side of the face. These 2 little blocks here at the bottom, you can just fill them in with birch planks. This upper, well, also actually these top 2 blocks, might as well get them out of the way. This upper left portion here, you want to place a row of birch here at the top and just fill in this little left block here, so you'll have a 2x2. Place a birch slab in the bottom left-hand corner, and then fill this in a block deep with white concrete. Just kind of from this birch slab down diagonally left by 1, you'll place this, or you'll bring this birch plank out by 1. You'll then place another birch plank below that one, and bring each of these left by 1 each. Now, let's figure out the top right portion, which we can kind of sort of isolate a little bit here. Well, before we do that, actually, these 4 birch planks here that are exposed on the back row, you will break them and replace them with yellow terracotta. And then what you want to do is, on his nose, which is this kind of thing that sticks out, I guess it's also the, like, crescent portion of the moon, which is pretty cool. But you want to take this birch slab here and bring it back with a white concrete. Bring that white concrete right by 1, and either of these whites can be brought up by 1 each. Now, to be able to figure out specifically what we can fill in, well, actually, you can just fill in everything in line with that white concrete eye and above with yellow terracotta in line with the white as well, as far as depth. And then also you can fill a row down below the eye with yellow terracotta. So the next step is you want to take these 3 upside down birch slabs on the underside of his nose, as I mentioned kind of earlier, and you'll go right with 2 upside down bamboo slabs. From that, you'll go up diagonally right with a bamboo slab, and then bring that right with 2 yellow terracotta. Bring either yellow terracotta down by 1, and then you'll take that bottom left corner and bring it down diagonally left with an upside down bamboo slab. And then it's just a case of going kind of diagonally down into the left with a couple more bamboo slabs, which will give you your mouth shape, which should be symmetrical. Like so. Filling a block inside of the mouth with cut sandstone. And then filling this little lower kind of portion here in with yellow terracotta. And, yeah, just a quick confirmation. Once you have done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your daycare attendant, the sun variant, complete. Moon will be next. Can't wait for him. He's going to be totally awesome. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, let me know what you guys think of Sun in the comments down below. And if you have any other statue suggestions, I will get through all of Security Breach eventually. I'm just focusing on the main kind of, I guess, cast right now. And then I'll do, like, Vanny and the, like, ruined and shattered versions and DJ Music Man and stuff like that that just haven't been done at this point in time. But anyway, with that being said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Bye! Yes.